So who remembers this banger? Song 2 by Blur came out on this day in 1997. What a tune. Now, I love music, and if you've watched any of my content, you know that I will talk about anybody. So I've talked about Whitney Houston, I've talked about Eminem, I've talked about Tupac, I've talked about the Notorious B.I.G. Even quite recently, I talked about Oasis, and I mentioned their album, What's the Story, Morning Glory, which was a very good album. Wonderwall and Don't Look Back in Anger, I think I've done videos on as well. But so when I saw that this song came out on this day in 1997, there was no way I couldn't do it. One, it's such a catchy song, first of all. And don't get me wrong, I am not gonna lie to you. I don't think I could name another Blur song. Hold on, no, I can't. That song, it goes, all the people. Apologies about my singing there. What is it called? Park Life. So yeah, I can name two Blur songs. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back there. But the point I'm trying to make is that I could appreciate anybody and all forms of music. Yep, Blur, the type of music that they make isn't my first choice of music, but I can appreciate a good song. So let's talk about song 2. So I've done a little bit of research, and apparently this song was sort of made as a bit of a joke. And from what I understand, it was made to sort of mock the grunge scene. Now, again, if anything I say here is untrue, I'm not a massive wealth of knowledge when it comes to this area. So please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But I think the sort of bands that they were targeting were bands like Nirvana. Now, another song is that the song was called Song 2 because it was literally 2 minutes long and it was the second track on the album. And I think it stuck. Another two, actually, I think this reached number 2 in, I think, the UK chart. So apparently the hook, the woohoo was actually done by Damon. Apparently he was messing around when he done it, but it stuck. And I think it's crazy that at the time they probably recorded it. They just did it as a joke, and all of a sudden, is it their biggest? I remember it actually from a FIFA game. So I think it must have been. I think it was either FIFA World Cup '98 or the Road to World Cup. It may have been the Road to World Cup actually, and I think this was a song from it. I always remember it. But there we are, guys. Song 2. Do you remember this song? Were you a fan? If there's anything I've said that is incorrect, let me know in the comments. I'm always willing to learn more. But can you believe Song 2 came out 28 years ago? Absolute madness.